midnight stables
Yeah.
at Highlands.
Yeah.
What happens there after hours?
Not a lot, from what I
No?
can tell. No, everyone leaves at about 4:30.
Really?
So, yeah.
Are there any ghost horses there?
Well, I've not seen them.
No.
I think it's probably the best answer.
Is it really old? Is the stable's really old?
It is really old. I think it's quite an old. The house itself's quite old, and I think originally the house wasn't like rendered, so it's white.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it used to be brick. So
Really?
you could see
What?
the brick. What I mean is you could see the bricks.
That's not very grand, is it?
Yeah, so it kind of had quite a different,
Really?
different feel. Yeah.
That would look a bit rubbish brick, wouldn't it? I thought it'd be marble or something like that.
No, I don't think so. So
It's not exactly the Palace of Versailles, is
it's
it?
not quite.
Just like this brick building. Sounds like a new build.
Oh, my days.
Highlands House is a new build. Listen to that, listeners, before it was rendered white. Did you know that? Did you know
No,
that?
of course
Well,
not.
they've got to build it out of something, obviously. So
Yeah, but you know,
bricks is usually a popular choice. Isn't it?
I don't know what. Oh, no, but it looks like
I like him already.
because it's got that Roman sort of, I don't know, or Georgian-y look with the columns. I thought it was
yeah.
going to be like marble.
Yeah, it's not quite Roman.
I mean, it's not. I didn't think Michelangelo carved it out of one single block of granite.
He did not.
It lived up Highlands House, just above his home. That's what I'm going to say, right?
That's not a bad strapline.
It's not the Palace of Versailles. We're at Are You Creative Podcast again at Lockermeader Studios in Essex. Chelmsford, Essex, the best place in the world, best town. Well, no, not best town.
City.
One of the top 3 cities in Essex. The best county in the world. And we've got another amazing guest here whose name is
David Bishop.
David Bishop. And are you from Essex?
I am from Essex. Yes.
Good, because otherwise I have to chuck you out.
No.
Are you born and bred Essex?
Yeah. I was. I grew up in Billericay. I was born in Basildon.
Yes.
So there you go.
Wow.
Grew up in Billericay.
Billericay Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I was I came to school in Chelmsford, funnily enough, when I was at senior school. And then I moved here when I was about, 25, 26.
Amazing. And you've lived here ever since, just
Yeah.
another year or so since then?
Yeah, I live down the road.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. And are you creative?
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, I am.
I was on your Instagram earlier on and it says you're a part-time.
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 Yeah.
So part-time, yes.
Yes, part-time, yes.
Sangeeta, we've never had a part-time creative yes
There
before.
we go.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I should be creative all the time because my job's supposed to be creative as well.
You're-
But,
yeah,
you know, I don't think of work as kind of the same thing.
Work's the money thing and what you're
Yeah.
here to talk about. So what you would do if you could just have a fantasy thing where you could do whatever you wanted.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
Oh, so look, what we do now, like Sangeeta is now going to guess what you do, and
Okay.
she'll never be able to guess
I
it
won't.
No.
because I think she's not even aware of what you do as a thing.
Yes, right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, so this is a tough one,
So
guys.
Sangeeta, use your words, describe him.
Okay, so he looks like a very intelligent gentleman. Somebody I would say who has a lot of knowledge, and if I were to guess, I would say museum somewhere. However, I've got a feeling it's Highlands because I heard that pop up.
He has got a studio at Highlands, in the
I'm going to
stables,
say something to
next
do
to
with...
Natalie Guinea Pig.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, but something to do with talking. I don't know if it's recording, what happens in Highlands or...
No.
No?
Not that.
All right, totally
What
wrong.
do you,
Let's go. Tell
David
us.
Bishop? What do you do?
I sort of draw on toys.
Whoa.
So you would say
It's a very poor description, actually.
Is it you customize
I
toys?
customise toys, but not sort of like, any old toy. They're kind of... It's a sort of very niche scene called sort of designer vinyl, designer toys. They used to be called adult toys until that took on a sort of unfortunate,
Yeah. Hey, listeners, don't go googling that one.
Yeah.
David does not draw on dildos.
Yeah. It's, I've not had that request yet anyway. So, but yeah, that's... So, we try to avoid that. But sort of, there are so many names for it.
We won't do anything.
So adult collectible toys, but now it's vinyl figures.
Yeah,
is it?
and the reason they're kind of for adults, I guess, is because they're so expensive. So
Yeah,
Okay,
so Sangeeta, we are talking about, this is really high end, right? So it's collectibles. So say you'll learn all this in a minute. But have you had a thing like called a dunny, for example, which is like a figure? It's called dunny, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a Mad Bunny thing, and if even undrawn on in its raw form, undrawn, even uncustomized. That's probably going to cost you about £100 or something, right?
If you got a large one,
large one, but then when it gets customized and drawn on, it becomes a one of one unique piece.
Yeah,
and that's then worth loads of money.
Well, it's more,
101 £101.
I love the diplomacy.
101. No, but it is. Then they start getting more and more expensive because obviously like there's time that goes into it, but there's the art and the craft and things like that as well.
Yeah. So they can get quite painful.
Depending on who's
what's
done
the
it.
most painful?
Well, the most
Over £1,000?
The most I've sold one for was about £800, I think.
Wow, nearly.
We are not here to talk about the money though. We're here to talk about the creative craft.
Yeah, I have bought some with me, so you can.
We have a look at
see
some.
them.
We have a little
I
show
got
and
some,
show and tell in a minute.
Oh, brilliant.
But I think it's such an interesting scene because if you're not aware of it, this is a whole world that you could just never know about in your whole life. But as soon as you start noticing bits, you notice them like everywhere. Like in people's windows at shops, around people's houses on their shelves and stuff, and it's very easy to ignore them.
Yeah.
But then when like, because I love like Futura and Bear Brick and stuff, all the Japanese, the Japanese world.
Yep.
And it's only just because I've been aware of it. Now like, when you see it in different places and you're like, oh, wow, like Bear Brick's just like, it's like a little Lego bear.
Yeah.
But people customize them, people trade them, and they become worth a lot of money.
Bear bricks are very collectible. Yeah, a lot of the basketball players, the NFL stars, they all have massive collections of Bear bricks and so on.
So Nigo from Bathing Ape, who's like a fashion brand in Japan, like he's like the arbiter of cool taste and collectibles. He made collecting stuff cool, basically. And like he's got loads of them, and I'm just like, I'm just desperate to have one.
That's really where I got sucked into it. So I used to spend a lot of money on records when I was younger. And as a consequence, one of the magazines I used to buy was called Straight No Chase, which I don't know if you remember. If you like sort of jazz and so on, then it kind of trip hop when that was knocking about, and hip hop and so on. And there was a guy called James Lavelle used to write for it, and he ended up starting a label called Mowax. And they used a graffiti artist called Futura 2000 from New York. So really well known, did covers for the Clash, I think, didn't he, and stuff as well. So
and Uncle.
Yeah, and then he did a shitload of Uncle stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've got quite a lot of his stuff, and that's kind of what I really liked. And it's sort of I gradually sort of got drawn into this scene. I know discovered...
I'm going to just bring this to life for Sangita. So Futura, like it's kind of like when you talk about the difference between street art and graffiti. So he's got a really cool style where it's like aliens, like these like aliens, but they're kind of like American football shaped, and they've got like spiky ears. And they've got really nice, like little spray bits over, like little galaxies and things. I'm not doing it justice, am I?
Well, he's way more sort of abstract than most graffiti. Generally, sort of centres around writing the word or the name, or that was the whole point of it. But Futura kind of took it to the point where he was kind of almost just creating like an abstract piece, which was quite unusual back then. It's
a whole world that when you look at it, you feel a vibe. Yeah. You get a vibe from it,
There's
don't
something
you?
about his unique stuff. I don't know what it is. But there's something about it really grabs you. And then it became really, really big with Mowax. And that whole kind of vinyl toy scene then evolved out of that. And by about sort of early 2000s, all these companies were popping up, releasing figures. You can still get them now. It's still a massive company from China called Popmart, which you might have seen around. You see it in Westfield.
Oh, yes, Sangita. You know about Labubu's?
Yeah, Labubu's.
Yeah.
So Labubu is like an evolution of this whole thing because, people buy these blind bag Labubu's, right? This is the same. Back in the vinyl toy days, people would buy blind bag vinyl toys and... That's when it starts getting collectible and really expensive. I'm glad we've brought it to Labubu's. The death of collectibles.
It didn't take long to drag it down.
No.
So that's where you got the inspiration from.
So it was from those that liking music really, and then reading all the magazines. I used to buy all kinds of magazines. They were very short-lived magazines, and I'm old enough now that I'm starting to see some of those magazines in museum exhibits and stuff. So, I went to the Barbican sort of last year and was looking at an exhibition about something, I can't remember what it was, but it was music based, and it had some magazines that were Kiss FM when Kiss FM was still a pirate radio station.
Oh, wow.
And it had 2 magazines in there, like in a a nice glass vitrine sort of, and I was thinking, well, I've got that one, and I've got that as well.
I know. You remember reading them, don't you? And you know what's on all the pages.
Well, I keep them as well. Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Oh man,
I'm afraid
I threw mine out once when I was moving house, and it makes me so sad. I had all the Grand Royal Beastie Boys magazines.
You let them go?
And I chucked them out, and I was just like, I wish I still had them.
No, that would never have
I used to love the Carhartt Rugged magazine as well. And what else was around at that time?
You chucked them away?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't believe it. There was all kinds of short
listeners, David's just crying now. He's pouring a little bit of drink on the curb for these magazines.
Yeah.
What other magazines were around at the time?
Oh, there was Miles Ahead, Soul Underground, Blues and Soul. Hip Hop Connection. There was
a classic. Yeah. But it's funny that there was this scene, and it was real like a scene of the time. I don't know, what's around now, because we're too old. We're irrelevant now.
A little bit out of it now. Yeah.
But at that time, it was exciting. I met Jimpster recently in Chelmsford.
Okay, yeah.
And we were talking about like Big Chill times and 93 Feet East, and I feel like there's this whole life in London.
Well, I went to university in Brighton, and when I was down in Brighton, you used to be able to go down there, and you'd have the jazz rooms on with Russ Dewberry on, and all that stuff was mixed up in it until it got to the point where there was some lads on my course who were running a DJ night down there, and then that was getting listed in Straight No Chase. Yes. And we're thinking, hang on, what's going on here? And then another guy I was with on my course, he ended up doing the covers for all the Skint releases, so Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, amazing.
So all that sort of stuff just sort of kept happening, and you kept thinking, oh, this is really cool. And I've just got more and more into it, really.
What was really cool, though, I think about that time was just had like music, had fashion, had visual, like collectibles. Everyone was interested in all these little things and knowing about them, and it was very like early internet days.
Yeah, that's right.
So sometimes it was like this knowledge you'd have from magazines and things you'd have in your head, like you'd know about stuff, and you meet someone else and they knew more than you, and you're learning from them. Yeah.
In Straight No Chaser, I remember at the back they would put like a web link in, and it would always be something like massiveattack.demon. Whatever, and it's like, oh my god, and you've got to dial up to see it, and it would more or less be an image and some text on it, and it was pretty awful. But they used to push it, and Straight No Chaser used to have, it would lay out kind of the best clothes from Japan. You'd have hysteric glamour and all the Nego stuff. Yeah, and it was all just kind of, I'd love to have something. And you couldn't get it as well. That was the other thing, because you couldn't just go online and buy it. If you wanted it, you had to go somewhere specific to get it, and it was hard to get. And that was part of the enjoyment.
Mate, I'm in Japan next week, and I know Bathing Ape's not as cool as it used to be, but I used to go there 20 years ago and buy Bathing Ape. Yeah. I'm still going to go there and buy some, because Bape Stars are really wicked shoes.
Bape Stars are still nice trainers.
I love it. They last ages. I garden in mine now. Honestly, and I think one day like there's going to be a hype beast coming around past my house, being like, I just saw a guy in Bape Stars gardening. They're ruined. Like I can't wear them anywhere else.
It's funny how you go to gardening, isn't it? I was saying, because my wife loves gardening, and my dad always used to like, and you always think, oh, it's good that they like gardening, but I'm never going to do that. Do you know what I mean? I'll never do that.
And before you know it, you're wearing.
Before you know it, you're doing it.
You've got your Japanese streetwear on.
Yeah. Well, that's if you buy the Niwaki stuff, of course. So Niwaki is like a Japanese brand, and of course they make gardening.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you want a Niwaki jacket and jeans, you're looking at the wrong end of 500 quid.
Mate, if you're not gardening, if you haven't got a Japanese spade, you're not cutting earth properly.
Fortunately, I've got Japanese secateurs.
Yeah, they're 2 samurai blades. So I get you. I think just to bring this back, like if you see like Pharrell Williams stuff, a lot of his artwork is by Nigo, this the Bathing Ape guy from Japan, from this collectibles world. So you probably have seen like Bear Brick and things like that, because Pharrell often uses that sort of language
I would have thought.
in his artwork as well.
Yeah.
And Kanye West for a bit as well.
Yeah, it's probably in the public consciousness, but it's not something unless you pay attention.
Unless you know.
To it. Yeah. You're just going to be something you've seen. It's just like another thing that's just
someone will unlock it like now, like you'll know, and you'll be like,
okay, that's what they were talking about.
It's like Cause, like now, like Cause the street artist who does the crosses on the eyes of stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I hate Cause.
Okay.
You know what? The reason I hate it is because I customised one of his toys and his legal team chased me out.
But he does stuff with Uniqlo and things like that now, you know. So it's like suddenly you become aware of these artists, and they become in the public conscious.
He's massive, but I mean, it just really bothered me actually. So.
Yeah, all right.
I was like, well, that's it. He's done for me. I'm finished with him. So.
Adam, don't let the surprise guest come out the cupboard. David might attack him.
Yeah,
look! Oh, Sankita, what we have here.
there you go.
Adam has found a bear brick for us in his studio.
That is a 100% bear brick.
Oh, look at these! So we have got some bear bricks.
This is very
in the
cute.
studio.
So they're the 100% ones, the little ones.
Wow.
They're kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the dunny equivalent. Then you buy a 400% one, which is about a foot high. And then if you buy the 1,000% ones, they're about 3 foot high.
So how long does it take you to make one of these?
So to paint one's probably one of those little bear bricks, but probably just a few hours, 2 or 3 hours.
But like the big versions or customised or
40, 50 hours, I don't know.
wow.
So Sankita, let's explain the process to you actually, because this is a whole weird world. What you get is a bear brick is like having a canvas, right?
Yeah.
It is. You just get this blank, and then David will take it, and some people will customize them, even take them apart, like, you know, cut bits out of them and stick them back together again. But what David does, you mainly just draw on the top of them.
That's not my bag. Yeah, resculpting them is not really something I want to do, if I'm honest.
So what do you use to draw on them?
So when you get one like that, you have to strip the paint off it, first of all, with acetone, which is deeply unpleasant stuff. So I don't recommend that to anybody. But once you've stripped the paint off, it's effectively blank. Then I spray paint it, and then I will use sort of like model kit spray paints to get sort of base sprays down and stuff. And then I literally just use Posca pens on them.
Posca.
Posca pens are back
I
again.
love drawing with Posca pens. They're the best.
Absolutely.
So expensive.
Everything is done with that. Yeah, and they are very expensive. And I have,
That's why customs cost so much money. Those Posca pens, honestly.
yeah, I probably have got about, at any given point, I've probably got about 600 quid's worth of pens sitting
of
around.
course.
the
Oh, my
studio,
God.
so, yeah.
That's why they get security at Highlands House. That's crazy. So, I mean, drawing in 3D must be really difficult. Like, working around the shapes of them.
Yeah, it can be, because obviously, the pens don't lend themselves to detail and what have you, because they tend to flick and then the paint spatters, which is not something I'm happy about. But
And your work's super precise as well.
yeah, that's another terrible decision on my part. Should have gone a lot freer.
Should have gone a bit more Futura.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I should just be a little bit more blasé about it. But I like it to be a certain way, and also the method I've kind of developed over the years is a terrible way of doing it, because I tend to do like all my black work first, then I'll do a colour, then I go back with black, and then I do another colour, and by the time I've got to 2 or 3 layers, I've obliterated half the stuff I've done twice at least, and then I'm still going.
Would other people do the black layer last? Because that's like doing the outlines and stuff, right?
Well, it's the only way you can get the look, right? So you have to layer it. So to do what I do, if you want it to look the way it looks, then you have to be prepared to basically scrub out half your work all the time. So it's painful.
We should. I mean, David, do you want to get some of your customs out? Because I think we'll describe. It'd be good to describe them, but I think for Sankita to see them, Let's go. Sankita, use your words when you see them. Yeah.
Okay.
Describe them. Describe them. Use your words.
They're very big. Compared to what Adam gave me.
Yeah.
Oh my giddy aunt days. Wow.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at this monster looking thing, but it's very creative. My favourite colours. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Sankita, use your words.
Right. So my words are colourful, different, absolutely different. Looks like they belong in Star Wars or space.
So David's actually brought in some of his customs to the studio, which you'll be able to see if you watch the video of this. But if not, these are probably about 10, 15 centimeters high. These vinyl toys, and they look kind of like these mad space aliens, bit like in the Fifth Element when the sort of monster things come along, and they're covered in graffiti. like sort of stylized graffiti, which is what David's drawn on them.
There is so much detail.
Looking at these, so what you're sort of doing, you're almost applying this sort of super stylized smart graffiti style over the top of these toys.
Yeah. This is quite a good description.
Yeah. Where did you develop your style?
Honestly, I don't really. I if you want the full story, I did go to university and I did fine art at university. So I was a painter. I did painting. I quickly realised I was not going to make a living as a painter because it's effectively impossible. So I ended up, I got a normal job. I got a proper job, blah, 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 blah. And then, as I say, I sort of always maintained my interest in kind of that pop culture kind of stuff. Eventually, there was in Selfridges in London, they had a pop-up of Kid Robot.
I remember.
And Kid Robot was the people who make dunnies. And another toy they used to call was called a money.
Yes.
And it was blank. And the idea was you would draw on it. And so I got one. And I mean, I was still quite old even there.
Yeah.
I got one, I drew on it. And then it encouraged you to post it up on this early internet on a forum, on the Kid Robot forums. So I thought, wow, let's stick it up, see what happens. So I put it up on it, and people were sort of like, oh, that's good, I like that.
And this was with your sort of graffiti style, was it?
Nowhere near as technical as this. Nothing like, literally, I was drawing on it with a Sharpie, I think, the first few I did. Yeah. So I drew on it with a Sharpie, just literally like doodled it, put it up. Oh, I like that. And then, of course, that appealed to my vanity a lot. So I was sort of like, oh, this is good. So then I sort of started doing more kind of because when I was doing my paintings, they were always abstract. That's what I preferred. And so I tried to think, well, maybe I could use this as a sort of small canvas, you know? So, so that's where I went with it.
You know what? People, you can never underestimate the importance of encouragement, like for creativity.
Oh yeah,
and I think that instant feedback. When you post something online, you might have just done it, put it on your shelf, and been like, "Oh, that was fun."
Yeah, but the internet's it's not really like that anymore, is it? But back then it was very much kind of like, oh, there's a forum, there's loads of people on here, they're all into it, and they would comment. People would spend a little bit of time commenting on it. So you just sort of, even that on its own, you just kind of appreciated the fact that there was other people who were interested and you could share kind of what you were doing and if they liked it or if they didn't like it. I didn't mind if they didn't like it. But,
and were people sort of swapping tips or...
that was the other thing you could find out, like to start with, I didn't, really realise that, yes, ideally you need to strip the paint off and then then you need to prime it. And somebody would just explain it to you, And
so this was like a whole money community, or was like a Kid Robot community?
It was all Kid Robot community,
mate. I miss Kid Robot so much. I loved Kid Robot.
And some of those people are still knocking around. That they're still about. So you still talk to them even now, and I mean it's
And that's amazing. So you almost built a little community from Kid Robot. We'll be talking about all these disparate communities, the Mowax community, like the jazz heads and stuff, and you got your Kid Robot community.
Yeah.
And you still chat to them, and you still like swap customs.
Still knocking around, and I still get. It's all moved kind of onto Instagram now, but a lot of the people that I used to sort of speak to will still comment on Instagram and so on.
I was going through your Instagram earlier. I got exhausted. It just kept going on forever. Yeah, I cannot believe how many figures you've customized.
Yeah, I've done a lot.
You've done a lot. I bet you can't even remember them all, but it was exhausting for me.
I can remember most of them, but I have done a lot.
But thinking about that level of craft as well, and seeing how precise your work is, and knowing how much love that you put into every single one.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, oh my god, this is a million hours.
It is when it's not kind of what you do for a living as well, so they do take a long time, and I'm doing a show in May in London at Hammersmith called the Toycon, which is it's pretty much the only toy show in the UK for this kind of stuff, and it's a 2-day event, and I finally have gone back. I did the first 3 or 4 and then I gave it up because they moved it to like a weekend format. I just I could not make enough stuff to sell to have the point of having a table for 2 days because I just didn't have enough stuff to sell.
Yeah.
But I made a sort of point this year of trying to get enough stuff together And I reckon I've got about 30 bits by the time.
Yes.
I'm done. So
Wow.
Come on.
hopefully that will see me through. But,
And will you be customizing stuff live on the stand as well?
I don't normally, but I could
Yeah.
do. I mean, it's just I normally.
I mean, I don't mean like someone bringing up a thing and say, "Can you draw on my aspirin
that's
halo
more
or
what
whatever?"
you get, actually.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly, that's more what you get. Yeah, you do tend to get people to go, can you just draw on that for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Come back in 2 hours. And
Yeah.
so.
Because
Yeah.
your wait list must be really long.
Do
Yes,
you
it's not
sign
great.
every piece of your work somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, is there a little secret signature?
Yeah, that one's covered in them.
Really? Where is it?
So that's me there.
DMB.
Ah,
Yeah.
I love that.
They're all over, basically. Yeah, a little tag on there.
So even if you think it's yours, it's really not. No, it is.
I mean, you never actually did graffiti then. You just went straight to graffiti on these small characters.
Yeah, I always just really liked
They are
that kind of
amazing.
that was the artwork I kind of outside of fine art, which with the best will in the world, I'm not going to come to a tour like this and do, something fine art related on it because it's just not going to work. But that was the kind of outside of that. That's what I liked, actually. And so that's what I pursued in my style, because and it was particularly Futura was the guy that I really liked.
You can see it. You can see it. But what's nice, it doesn't look like a rip of Futura. You can see the inspiration there.
Yeah, it's that initial pen work, where he would just literally just
Swirls
make
and
marks,
stuff.
wouldn't he? Yeah. And it just took it on from there, really. Yeah, I used to do a lot of work when I was at college with handwriting.
Yeah.
And so it kind of wasn't massively far removed from it, actually. So when I came to doing these, I sort of started in that direction, and then I've just developed it. Actually, it's part of it's come out of the way that the pens behave when you draw on the surfaces. Because, like you said, because they're round, the pens tend to make kind of particular kinds of marks anyway. So you kind of get not help, but you work with the shape of the thing that you're drawing on, so you tend to get a different effect on each piece. So which is what I like about it.
When you start, do you actually have a vision in your head of where it's going to go, or does the pen will just sort of take you a bit?
Absolutely no idea.
I love that. So you just sit down, you start, and the pen will take over.
If I knew what I was doing, I wouldn't do it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, for randoms, look at that. Like, to go with that, this is proper creative.
Yeah, I love that. So but you like literally, you sit down, blank figure, and you just get in the zone and you just start drawing. Just someone switches you on.
Yeah, you just
go
start,
like run DMB.
You start drawing. You start with the black marks. You try and balance them out so it feels right. I don't even know what that. How to explain that to someone. But
you know.
I look at it.
You feel it.
But you feel it.
That looks
You got your
okay.
own language in your head.
Yeah, this is right. Then I sort of tidy that up with a little pen, and then I'll go back in with another colour. And like I say, that so on that piece, that was sprayed grey. Then I sprayed the white on it, black on the base, but etc. until it was sprayed up. Then you'd go with the grey colour, outline the greys, and then I quite like the blue. I'm going to put some.
I was going to say,
that's what you would do, and that's basically how I do everything.
This is why you got kicked out of fine art, because in fine art you can't say, I just thought I'd put some blue on it because I like blue.
Well, you actually can. If you really want, you can. But I got told off once in a crit at university. They thought I was being too flippant.
Yeah.
And I actually wasn't being flippant. And what happened was I did my explanation, then somebody else clearly thought that maybe flippancy was a good thing, and then gave their explanation of their piece in a very similar vein. And I think the tutor got really sick of it really quick. So,
was it? Why did you do that? Because I thought it'd look good.
It was more because I just gave them sort of straight answers to things. He asked me why I had stripes in. I said the stripes on the piece. It's the one in my studio. Actually, I couldn't let myself give it away to anybody. So somebody tried to buy it off me the other day.
Yeah.
I can't sell it to you. But it's got a blue black stripe on it. And at the time when I was at university, I used to wear this top that was blue and black stripes all the time. It was like an Inter Milan shirt. And and I really loved it. And I wore it all the time. And that was my signature, basically. So I put this down the centre, and it also broke up a 2-part painting. So it was a diptych. We want to get arty about it. And that was, and I gave that explanation. They were not happy with that explanation.
Really? What? I like
How dare you be honest?
Yeah, I'm from Brighton. I'm Skint Records. I like my football shirt. It's Inter Milan. I'm using the colours.
When I was at when I did go to the fine art course, I mean, it turned out I was the only person who liked football. So I was slightly surprised about that. That's fine art course.
So have you ever done a piece? I mean, you said that you've got a piece at home that you would never get rid of because that's your piece. But have you ever been commissioned a piece where it's come out so good where you're thinking, really well?
Yeah, loads of times. Loads of times. I've even said to people, I said, I'd rather not give you it back, but, they have paid for it. So
can I buy it back off you?
Yeah, honestly, a few of them I would, just because I did like them at the time. But,
I had that. I had my photo taken the other day on a Victorian camera on wet plate with silver colloid.
Yeah.
And the guy said to me, "I might ask for this back in the future for exhibitions."
Oh, okay.
And stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I was like, it must be so hard to just let things go, And then, I mean, you can't end up being like the Damien Hirst Foundation where you're buying all your own artwork.
Yeah,
back.
no, it's difficult because obviously when I don't just trip them off, I don't want to just do them because I don't do it for a living, so I don't have to. So so I do what I want, and I kind of object to people asking me to do specific things as well.
Right.
So I will usually basically say no.
Okay.
If you want something specific, I will do like a colour scheme if you really want.
Yeah.
But by and large, I try to say no.
You're just going to be like, look, listen, dude, I'm going where the pen takes me.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to draw you Homer Simpson on this thing.
And to be fair, the vast majority of people are like, well, I don't want to stop you doing something. So I just do whatever you want, and they're quite happy with that. They might say they'd like it a bit of blue or something, which is fine by me. But
so then, really, two pieces are never the same.
They're never the same
because they're all quite pretty unique.
Yeah.
And I guess if someone's coming to you and they already like your style, you're like, trust the process.
Yeah.
And what you get is going to be a one of one.
Yep.
No one will ever have something the same.
That's basically what I say, is that you're going to get what you're going to get. To be honest with you,
he means it's going to be unique to you.
Yeah. And I'm just going to post it to you. I'm not even going to show you it before.
It's the thing. I don't take any money off anyone until they've seen it, until it's done. So because in the scene, kind of a lot of people will take kind of half the money up front and stuff, which I don't want anyone's money while I'm working on it, because then they can guilt you into having to do it quicker. Which I'm, again, not interested in that.
You're like, it's ready when it's ready. You're on exactly. David Bishop time.
So that's what happens. So,
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Right. Hey, look, I've just got to tell our listeners here, right? So I'm holding one of these vinyl customs, right? I would say it's like the size of the biggest baked potato you ever had, right?
Yeah.
With like an alien thing. Now, how long would this one that's about as big as the biggest baked potato you've ever seen in your life?
So that one.
How long would that take?
God, I don't know how long I've spent on that. Maybe 20 hours, probably something like that.
20 hours. Wow. And how many sittings would that be?
It depends. If I've got a bit of time, when I do the open days at Highlands, I quite like that because I get to spend quite a lot of time on the same thing. Yeah. And also, if you've got 4 or 5 in front of you, you work on one, you put it down, you let it dry, pick up another one, work on that.
Okay.
Apart from when loads of people are coming and ask you questions about them, like me,
I don't mind. Yeah, I like talking to people there, but I think a lot of people don't even know it's there. To be honest with you, when they come round, I mean, it.
Do you find because doing like close work, I used to paint Warhammer figures, right?
Okay, yeah.
And like doing close work and doing like detail work, you've really got to zone in, and it does get exhausting. Like after a while, you suddenly realise, oh my god, I've had my face right up to this model for ages.
Yeah, I could never paint Warhammer figures for exactly that reason.
I couldn't now. My eyes are ruined.
I have got my glasses in my jacket there. I'm just pretending I don't need them at the moment. But sometimes you get a bit too drawn into it and it's a bit fun. But that part of the whole process of it was not to do that. Yeah, because I don't want to do that.
What's cool about these as well is because you're thinking about it as a large canvas. You're there's an overall like a holistic look to it.
Yeah.
But then there's all these small details in it, like your DMB signatures, and the more you look at it, the more you discover.
The more you find. So I've got this little piece here, and it's got lots of little colours, and I can see a skeleton. But as I look closer, I can see the word no. Then I can see some numbers. So you're right. You have to get really detailed.
Yeah, but you
this
can
is
you can appreciate it from a top level as well as looking at it in more detail.
Well, I hope the people who do have them do actually have a good look. There was a bit of a sort of approach for quite a lot of people where they would paint the front.
Yeah.
Not really worry too much about the back because the back's on, when you got it on the shelf, no one's going to look at the back. But I'm like, well...
No, you've done amazing.
But you're meant to look at it all the way around.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not worth having.
Well, it makes you... It actually makes you want to look all the way around, to be honest.
Well, I hope the people who buy them do. But, I don't know what they do with them. I know some people have got outrageous displays with built-in cabinets massive long. It's ridiculous what some people.
Have you got that customer that will constantly come back to you because they're so addicted to this?
This is like their Fabergé eggs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every year I'm going to order one.
I have got some, and they're the people that you save your best stuff for as well, aren't they? So if for instance one of these big ones, if I knew it was a certain, there's a few people who buy from me, and if I know it's them, there's no way it's going until it's absolutely perfect. Because I know
that's
they care.
Nego. When Nego's ordered one,
it's the best thing, isn't it? Is it somebody who really values it? That's what you want. That's who I want to have.
Absolutely.
Do you have Japanese customers?
A few, not loads.
Because they're going to care the most out of everyone, right?
It's mostly Americans. Actually, weirdly, quite a few in Europe, so Japan and Italy and
many
Spain.
from the UK.
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, there's one chap in particular, I won't name, but he buys a lot of my stuff. And there was another guy who used to buy a lot till he ran out of
And is there a secondary market for it? Can people resell it? Is it like this is a run DMB original?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Which is I don't mind actually. Funnily enough, at things like ToyCon, when you will get a lot of people who are flippers, basically. So like when people buy the new trainer releases and stuff.
Yeah,
and
not dolphins.
They'll just literally buy them. No.
So you know what a flip? Do you know what a flipper is?
Yes.
Go on. Yeah. So they will come along and they will buy the pieces and they will literally get out of the venue and then they will sell them again for twice as much money as they bought them for.
It's crazy.
And that's because the people selling them in there obviously are ultimately just sort of, this is what I'm going to charge for them to be reasonable.
Yeah.
Even though they probably know in truth that they can go for more than that. But then you become the person who's just trying to rinse it for money. And then that doesn't fit the scene. If
So do you sound someone else? Like, have you got like little interviews that you work out if they're a flipper or not?
No.
It's like, do you like the taste of sardines?
You just know.
No,
that's a dead giveaway, that one. They can't help themselves, but...
Can you communicate over large distances underwater? Can you balance a ball on your nose and jump through a hole? No,
well, you're stereotyping dolphins.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I
don't want to be. I don't want to be dolphinist. But do you get a feel for like if someone's like a tire kicker or they're like just looking to get something to flip?
Yeah,
and they know that if you draw Homer Simpson on it, they're going to be able to sell it for twice as much.
No, yeah. My view on it is that I ask what I think it's worth.
Yeah.
And then if they make twice as much money out of it because they found somebody who will pay more, that's fine by me because I've got what I thought it was worth. So.
And you're happy that your time's been compensated. You've enjoyed the process.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done it. I've got what I wanted for it. So if somebody else can get more, that's up to them, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me. But
I've got to say, I think you might be like our most chill guest ever. right. No, Sangeeta, because do you know what?
Am I the oldest guest?
No, not at all. The oldest guest I've had was about 95.
Oh, okay.
So, but what I'm going to say is, I think that this is your hobby, right?
Yeah.
You say you're a part-time toy customization.
Yeah.
I think this is the most zen thing, right? If you're doing close work and you're like locked in on this customization, and you're just letting the pen do its work.
It's easy.
You must be like that. Must be like a real happy place for you.
Yeah, I just like. I mean, it's easy to lose a lot of time. Yeah, you know, I like, for example, when I'm at work at lunchtime, I will do these, and I'll sort of start, and I've got about an hour, let's say.
Yeah.
And you realise that I've barely sort of started before I think, oh right, the hour's gone. So it's like, right, okay.
So I do this. I do a lot of pen work. I do merch for bands and stuff, and I hand draw it, and I put a podcast on. And at the end, the podcast will end, and I'll be like, "What? That was an hour?" you know, because you're just locked in, like drawing, and it feels so chilled afterwards. Like, we'll have another episode of that, another episode. Yeah. Before you know it, you've done four.
So what sort of pen and ink work do you do?
I always use the same Stabilo, the stripy black and white pen.
Yeah.
And I just do black and white drawing, and then I'll scan it in, and
okay.
I have not got on to doing it on a tablet or iPad or anything with Procreate.
Yeah, I've never done that.
I still like the physical analog drawing.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And I love it. It just makes me so chilled, and it's so nice to get away from a screen as well.
I don't need to be on.
I don't need to be on any more screens because I know you're a graphic designer during the day as well, and I do similar work as well. And it's just so nice to separate corporate paid work from stuff that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I enjoy doing that as well, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
To be in the analog world,
and
this is why I'm feeling your zen.
Yeah, I just get all the pens out. I get all the pens out. I've got 40, 50 colours there, most of which I know I'm probably not going to use. But it's just, and then I'll look at graffiti books or whatever, and I'll just think, I like that colour combination, and I'll try a bit of that, and that's all I have to do. So I like on that purple one, I was just quite enjoying. There was a little bit where it's kind of feeling a little bit neon, and I was thinking, "Oh, that's working."
Yeah,
that's amazing. The colours in that. Oh,
so
amazing.
I was. That's what I like. Yeah. That's the bit that's really enjoyable, isn't it? Is when you do it and then something really works, and you think, "Oh,
that's the one."
But then
you got to know when to stop.
That's the problem, isn't it? The problem with that is then you do the next piece, you think it'll never be as good as that. That one I did. Yeah, that one I did the other day. That's the best one I've ever done. I'll never better that. That's it. I'm basically finished.
I've peaked. I'm on the decline now.
Yeah. It's all that. It's all downhill.
But then, you have bought this. Right, you've bought this funny little figure in here. He's like some sort of fat Elvis guy. With sideburns, right? So even when you think you've peaked, you've done your Futuras, you've done your mad like robots, then does a new vinyl figure come out and you're like, okay, it's brilliant. Now I'm going to start mucking around with this.
Yeah, you always get really old. I did one of those the other day. That is for
Tell us what it's called.
He's called Jerry.
What is he? What is Jerry?
I think Jerry is based on a sort of 1970s sitcom, a bit like Think the Good Life. Think Jerry in The Good Life.
He looks like a used car salesman.
He looks a little bit Jeffrey Palmer, doesn't he?
I'm going to call him Grumpy.
Yeah, he looks like
he's got a miserable soul.
We've got this vinyl figure. He looks like he's got a toupee on, and he's got like a double-breasted jacket, and he's got a cigar. He looks like he's going to sell a used car.
From the guy who made him is from a thing called Modern Toss.
So
have you heard of Modern Toss?
I love Modern Toss.
If you they used to have their cartoons sort of printed.
Mr. Tourette's is one of the greatest characters ever.
So there you go. Yeah. And Jerry, Jerry is famously sweary, a famously sweary character.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the guy, I met him, funnily enough, at a weird little toy thing in Derby last year, and he said, he had a Jerry figure, and it actually had an electric cigarette in it. So he did actually smoke, and it was like, this is brilliant. This is the best thing I've ever seen. And I just was talking to him. I said, I could do one. And so I did one recently for him, actually, and it was Jerry. And he said, put him in a Poochie pattern suit, which I had to look it up. I didn't know what Poochie pattern was, but actually it's quite, once you've seen it, it's very 70s kind of psychedelia kind of thing. And I did a Poochie pattern version of Jerry for him. And
so it must be really interesting, when you've got a new shape to work with, and you take your pens for a walk and you start going over it. It must unlock new levels for you.
Yeah, it does, because that's what I was saying earlier. Is just once you, depending on what the curves are and all the details and parts, you have to basically treat it in a different way. So I do a lot of ones called like kid katanas and stuff, which is a kind of like a samurai figure. And the figure itself has got a load of detail on it. It's got lots and lots of detail on it, and it's kind of to the point where for me it's painful. And I don't really.
Why? Because the pens just can't flow like you want them to.
You keep hitting little pimples and bumps and ridges and edges and it's really hard. So I kind of like that, anything that's kind of flat, smooth, simple, because it's the easiest thing to react to. But, whereas the other ones, they feel a little bit, when they're very detailed, you feel like you're colouring them in.
Yeah.
And it's a bit boring. But
I think I'd quite enjoy that. You know, like Saki, I think like, it's a bit like when you're a kid and you get like a little figure with like a little paint pot to colour it in.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, like an Easter bunny or something like that. This is taking that to the most elite level it could possibly go to.
Absolutely.
it's like a 3D colouring book, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
no,
it's quite
definitely.
nice. But I just enjoy it, and I just like the process. Really, it's like you say, it's something that you can just do, and time kind of drifts along a little bit more, and it's
And
more
you're
enjoyable.
enjoying it, right?
It's
It's
just
the
where you're
relax.
not. I'm not thinking, oh God, I've got to do this. I've got to do
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Yeah.
That's what's nice when you're doing it on your Run DMB time as well. It's ready when it's ready, right?
Yeah.
So you're not hurrying it.
No.
You'll always enjoy the process.
Yeah.
No one can like tighten that stress screw on you.
Very occasionally, somebody will, like for ToyCon, for example, I will get sent toys, and obviously I know it's got to be ready for ToyCon, so I've got X number of weeks to do it.
Yeah.
But by the same token, I've still got this long list of customs, and I'm like, well, this person's been waiting for a year and a half, so I can't skip past that. But then you have to be realistic and go, well, I have to do some things for ToyCon, because if I don't sort of stay in the game, as it were, when that big show's on, if I'm not there or I don't have anything on anyone's stand,
That's right.
you're not really part of it anymore.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
in order to remain part of it, you have to kind of do those things as well. So sometimes people's customs will wait, but mostly people are pretty good about that. They don't mind. They just, as long as they're on the list and they know it's going to happen, which it will happen. And also, like I say, I'm not holding anyone's money, so no one's lost anything.
Yeah, that's
I love this. It's so rare. Like it's just like, oh, I am in the wait list.
I know.
It's like trying to get an ADHD assessment on the NHS. I know it's coming 7 years time.
But it'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Here's a pain.
Sangeeta, you might have seen a bit of David's artwork and not known it, which
Yeah,
is an open reach box near Chelmsford Station from Concrete Canvas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
And the one nearest
right.
our night building.
it's right near the zebra crossing.
Do you know what? I'll go and have a look.
So when did you did that? Was that last year? You did that.
2 years ago now, wasn't it?
Is that the biggest thing you've ever done? Because that, like when you're used to working at this tiny baked potato scale.
It's the biggest thing I've ever done recently. Let's put it that way. Yeah, when I was at college, I used to paint sort of 8-foot canvases, but now not so much. So, so that was the biggest thing I've done for a long time.
How did you find that? Actually, working in public where people can walk past and talk to you, but also working on a larger canvas.
Yeah, the working in public bit. I enjoyed the bit with the working in public because people did come and talk to you, and apart from the very odd few people who sort of really did genuinely seem to think I was just vandalising it, even though I was literally making no attempt to sort of hide it or anything. I don't know. That was a bit weird, but mostly people just wanted to talk to you and they liked it, or they just wanted to ask you what it was or what it was about. And the concrete canvas thing, that was. Well, what I was told was it had to sort of relate to Chelmsford. Yeah. So I did mine on. I had Square Pusher on it and CFAX Acid.
Amazing.
So Square Pusher was a couple of years below me at school.
Yeah.
And I used to lend him records occasionally when he was younger, and then he wouldn't know who I was now, of course. But and his brother is CFAX Acid, who does really cool, still doing kind of retro acid.
Absolutely, Warp Records royalty, both of them. So Sangeeta, when we talk about Mo Wax earlier, right? There were some big record labels at the time that were just the coolest things you could ever imagine, and it was Mo Wax, Warp Records, and Ninja Tune.
Yeah,
and we've got two of the absolute kings of Warp Records in Chelmsford.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're on the open reach.
I've got a lot of their records. Wow. Yeah. So, they are. And they were on there. So, I put Square Pusher on it and I put CFAX Acid on it.
Has he seen it?
I have no idea. Probably not. But
how often do you walk past it? Because I always think about this, like, when you talk about, send them off, send your toys off. But when you've done something like an open reach box and you're probably walking past that like once a week or something.
Yeah, I go past it reasonably.
And do you think I'll change that? Or I wish I'd done that?
Yes. quite a lot. Yeah, I sort of ran out of time on it because it was a weekend, and I think I'd sort of overreached myself in the way I did it because I was doing it with brushes and stuff, which is just insanely stupid thing to do.
The reason why I'm asking is because I'm going to do a bollard hopefully this year. Yeah, and I'm starting to be like, oh my god, how long is it going to take, and how am I going to do it? And
with a stabilo, it'll take you a long time. Yeah,
no, I am not doing it. I would break so many nibs. The whole canal would just be full up with broken.
I've done nearly a square inch now. It takes longer than you think.
Yeah,
but it does. It depends what your approach is, doesn't it? Because like when I see a lot of the guys spray painting, I mean, they get huge areas covered really quick, and they're really good with them, really precise. I love going to see them do their stuff, and I mean, there's some terrific pieces around as well. Mine was just nothing like theirs at all, and I do feel like I probably could have. If I'd had a bit more time, I probably could have stenciled it a bit more and it would have been quicker and all the rest of it, but it would have been different, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to paint it. So I painted it with brushes and acrylic paints, which was idiotic, really. But,
So what's funny is like you've done graffiti-derived artwork, but then in your fine art materials with like brushes and stuff, trying to replicate the graffiti, the original graffiti style.
Yes.
This is like graffiti full circle. It's like Oberos the snake that's eating its tail.
It was. I don't know why I went that way, but that's what.
I love it.
What I went for. Yeah. It's just again, it was. You've got the box. It's there, and it's kind of like it's got locks on it and stuff, and bits that are in your way, and you're kind of right. Well, I've got to get it around that, and I had a head on it, and the head didn't quite work around the lock and stuff, and that was quite irritating.
So I know Square Pusher's eyes gone funny. It's like a weird like lock eye.
But the other thing is with that as well, isn't it? Is you don't have to be miles off for it to then. I thought it's not enough like him.
Yeah,
and then I was
I mean, he looks different all the time. Sometimes with beard, sometimes with long floppy hair.
I kept faffing around with
sometimes with a bass, sometimes with like a 303.
Yeah, yeah.
I love this, Saggy. I'm nerding out so much here. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely in my nerd heaven.
Oh dear.
Now you've done some like sneaker customs as well.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
How does someone go about like asking for a sneaker custom, and then do they actually wear them or do they just put them on their shelves?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't actually know.
I don't know.
People just have occasionally asked me, and occasionally I've just done them because I felt like doing some trainers. So, it's usually actually if I'm flicking through the trainer sales, because I buy a lot of trainers, and I see something basically white and leather. It has to be white and leather. I don't really want to do canvas stuff, and because the pens bleed and they just don't behave the right way. So if I've got that, then basically you do have to be a little bit careful if you want to wear them, because you've got to strip their factory finish first. So you can buy. There's a company called Angelus that makes all these products that you can do that with, and it's quite straightforward to strip it down, and you'll get it back to essentially white leather.
Yeah,
and then I will mask it up, I will spray paint it, and then I will draw on it, and you will get. And there's a chap in London who's bought 3 pairs off me now, I think. Yeah.
Have you ever been approached by any of these sneaker brands to actually do like a proper full collab on it?
No, I don't really push them too much. I don't
but
really.
like when you look at someone like Dave White, for example, like who he started out like he did some Jordan customs and things, and then and before he's got his Jordan, which is one of the all-time classics.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen. But the superstars that I did for that guy, he wears them, and he wore one pair out, so he asked me for another pair. So
well, are you like don't wear them?
No, I don't. I want him to wear them, to be honest with you. Again,
the only people that can wear Run DMB superstars are Run DMC, right? Anyone else? No.
He wears his around. He likes them. He wears them all the time. Apparently.
Fat laces.
Yeah, he does actually.
Yeah.
And he was. I'll tell you what he was good at. He was good at putting different colour laces. I'd never thought of it. I just gave him back the ones with the white laces, and he put a different pair.
Lacing is a different art anyway.
Well, he put different colour laces. I thought, they look so much better. It just literally just changing the lace colour. I thought it was miles better. If anyone wants to start doing this, and get inspired by it,
you know, how can they get started? Because these vinyl toys are pretty expensive. Anyway, it's a big commitment.
Yeah, but the things like the monies and stuff. If for example, if you went along to ToyCon in May, so it's right at the start of May, there's sellers there that just sell the toys, and they have all the old kid robot stuff. So they've got all the monies and stuff. They're about, you probably get one for a tenner, $5.
Really?
Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
Now. For a reasonable sized toy, it'd be blank vinyl. Go to Halfords, buy some car body paint, so the car body primer.
Yeah.
Spray it with that, and you're good to go. You can paint on that.
Really, and you could grab some Sharpies or Poscas or anything, and
as long as you prime that vinyl with, and like I say, Halfords car primer be absolutely fine.
Why'd you have to prime it? What's the importance of that?
The primer stops it being that kind of slippery plastic.
Oh, okay,
and basically the paint sticks to the surface and the primer sticks to the plastic. So that's how you get around that.
And then when you finish, like, do you varnish it, or do you spray some fixer on it?
No, it's varnished. Yeah. Like a kind of standard varnish you'd use on models, like Warhammer figures.
Like a spray varnish.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I felt I felt naughty even touching them earlier.
haven't-
Like, I was like, I haven't got gloves on.
They have not been varnished. So yeah.
Oh my god!
But they'll be fine. Yeah, I handle them a lot, obviously, while I'm doing them. But it does help kind of not to handle them too much. But yeah, it's fine.
But do you think like could anyone just grab anything and just start drawing on it and customize it?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
We had this young graffiti artist Grubbin.
You told
Grub.
me about,
and he was brilliant because I bought him some Hornby trains because he said he wanted to paint a train. So me and Adam have both got one here that he customised. But like the level of detail he did on it was fantastic. It wasn't just like one side customised. He was doing loads of tiny little tags on it.
Yeah, there's one you can get from he probably is one you can get from America called All City Vinyl.
Yeah,
and it's a half subway train. It's about that wide.
I've seen yours. Yeah, it looks amazing.
And if you buy two of them, they do actually slot together, so you can have a full carriage. And they are amazing, and they're really nice to work on.
I really want to go at this just for. I mean, mainly like I want the creative output, but also like just the chill of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like you see all these Stitch and Bitch sessions and like art sessions at pubs and stuff. I feel like we could sit around a table doing this and just come away like, just glowing.
I think the thing about it is if you wanted to do it, the thing about it is not to get hung up on doing somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen guys who do those the half trains, and they're just reproducing Dondi carriages and really famous ones, and you just like, it's great. It really looks like it, but like, to what end? Because you've just done a drawing of someone else's carriage, and like the whole point of Dondi was he was climbing on trains in yards and painting them, and that was supposed to be the fun.
I saw the best Central Line painted the other day, a whole carriage, and it said, "See it, spray it, sort it."
Oh, I love that.
And it honestly, it made me feel like that Wild Style New York sort of vibe, and it's just the fact that they've sprayed such a big scale with such a good gag, so well executed.
Love that.
Okay. Sagita.
What? How amazing!
Yeah, how amazing!
I'm
I mean,
speechless.
I kind of want one, but I feel like my wife would just make me get rid of it straight away. She'd be like, "Can't believe you brought more junk in the house." Not junk, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
If you don't understand the culture, it's just like more stuff in the house.
I think my wife would not collect them given the choice. Yeah, so put it that way. Yeah,
But they are absolutely beautiful.
I'd love to see like a 10-foot one. You know, I'd love to see like a Gundam.
Yeah, I must admit,
like,
I would love to do a really like ridiculously large one. I don't know how I would do it, but
can we organise that we just go and paint Judge Tyndall one day in Run DMB style?
It might be a bit of a giveaway.
I think for Concrete Canvas, we should go down and 3D scan Judge Tyndall, the statue, get him replicated, right? And do a Run DMB one. It would look so good.
Having a nice little mini Judge Tyndall would be quite fun.
Yeah. Can I commission that?
That would actually be really good. Well, you'd need somebody to make it for you. I don't really make them.
No. If I make it, you'll draw it.
Of course.
In about 8 years.
I was just waiting for that. So how long is this going to take?
One day David's going to get in touch and going to be like, I've drawn that judge. Who's this?
For you, Nick, I'll make an exception.
There you go.
That's awesome.
How amazing.
Right, so I'm going to have a go. I want to chill out and do one. I might customise one of my asthma inhalers, actually. I think it'd be a nice
It's
canvas
so easy
to do.
to do. Honestly, it's so easy to
Yeah,
do.
wicked. With everything I've learned here.
Absolutely amazing.
Big up. And it's a good thing, like you could, like down the Eufy, you get your kids to do this sort of thing. I think it'd be such a great mental health exercise for everyone.
Funny you should say that, because we've just bought some little dollies, wooden ones,
Yeah.
to make them into, they're called worry dolls for young people that don't have families, and that's the concept. And I did speak to Adam about it to do some signage on it, but we've got the young people who will be painting it, and then we'll stick the stickers on it with a little message.
Amazing.
But this is amazing.
But then, when you see how far you can push it, like with this
Yeah.
fine art and stuff
Yeah.
and this detail, it's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, definitely.
The key,
Big up.
like I say, the key,
No, defo big up. 100%. Love
it's
it.
just it's an opportunity to do what you want and
Yeah.
not,
Yeah,
not what other people want, which is why I don't let other people control what it's about.
But I'm just loving this alien theme.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything,
Just take any that you want. David said it's fine. Just take any home.
I'll have
He
all
says-
of them then.
Yeah, he says
I've got 5 kids.
But isn't it mad? Like this amazing culture is happening in Chelmsford at Highland Studio.
Fantastic.
Next to Natalie Guinea Pig and like all these other people that are there doing like all like different
See,
stuff.
I would never have thought that. When you guys were saying Highlands, there's no way I would have thought this was being created during your lunch break.
You thought it'd be some frowsy art dish,
Whoa,
and they could bring out this like amazing
Oh,
like.
no. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Be like, bro, this is dope.
More than dope, mate. Wait till you see the pictures.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening to Are You Creative? Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Nick.
Hey, thank you, David.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you very much, Adam at Locker Media. Follow us at r.u.creative.podcast. Let us know you're listening. Send us messages. I love it when you hear people are listening.
Do you want to put your number on then?
What?
Or have they got to text us?
Drop a miss call. No, you can get in contact on Instagram.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then we got loads more great guests coming up as well. Oh my God, I've got so many good episodes coming out soon. This will come out after them. But, whatever.
As long as it's not 2 years.
David, where can people see your work?
So on Instagram, I'm at Run DMB Vinyl.
Run DMB Vinyl.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Run DMC lyric?
Oh. Well, now you're asking.
Adidas. He's the king of toys. There is none higher. He gets £11 for his dunny. I don't know.